Your voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turner Blavis here on our first Saturday edition of the Snap Spotlight, as we had some games on the air yesterday, so weren't able to get on the air. And joining me today, Shantell Schutt. How's it going today?
It's good.
And the athletic trainer at Wahpeton Schools, and the bane of many careers, I am told.
Yeah.
How many careers have you ended so far this year?
None.
Okay, none? Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. I'm sure there's that's a tough year for you then. I know there's nothing you love more than telling someone their season's over, but how long have you been gracing the school with your talents?
Well, this is the start of my 10th school year at Wahpeton High School.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's a lot of grades. I'm sure it's always fun running into them now 10 years from now, your first class.
It's crazy, yeah. They're having babies and getting married and...
Yeah, well, who was in that senior class your first year? I'm trying to think. That's how I always remember what year it is by who the seniors are.
So funny enough, Hunter McCall was my first senior. Yeah.
Now a colleague of yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it hasn't changed much. So.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. We can all attest for that. Could you tell the listeners what brought you to Wahpeton as far as your journey from high school to college and then now crushing the souls of all these young athletes?
Well, it's a funny story, actually. I went to school at UND, and one of my preceptors was really good friends with the people in Fargo with Sanford, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, if I wanted to go to grad school or if I just wanted to start my career right away. And I actually applied to be a GA at Auburn University. No. So the same day I got accepted into Auburn University, I accepted a job at Sanford, not knowing where I was going. So I just did a random interview. They didn't tell me which school I'd be at. And then they called me and offered me the job and said, "You'll be at Wahpeton High School." And then I had to Google where Wahpeton was. And
yeah, how far is that from the hometown?
It's about 4 hours.
Okay.
Depending on how you drive.
Not too terrible.
No,
Commute then. And what sports did you play in high school?
I played volleyball, basketball, and I was on the dance team.
Oh, okay. Versatile.
Yeah.
I forgot about the dance one. I remember we did a Q&A when I was at the Daily News. I totally forgot the dance one. I remember volleyball and basketball. I was pretty sure. I was like, wait a minute.
Dance practice in the morning, then basketball practice after school. So.
Oh, boy. They were working too hard then. Yeah. Gotcha. I might be throwing my daughter in dance. After I went to I got roped in to be in the MC at the show they had a little bit ago, and I was like, this is kind of fun. I wouldn't mind my daughter doing this.
It's a different world.
That it is. And you get to be at all the games. That's the gig, obviously. Is there a sport you kind of like being at a little more? A sunny baseball game sounds a little better than being stuck in the hockey arena some nights, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's actually, we haven't had a lot of nice spring ball games, so I don't really have a favorite. I think they all have their highlights. Like football, I'd say I have more to do.
Yeah, plenty of injuries there.
Yeah, but I enjoy watching. I mean, all those athletes become like close, so it's nice watching all of them succeed. So
gotcha. And is it always a thing where you go to all the games, right, for football? So there's always like two trainers there?
Yes, I always travel with football.
Okay, yep. I was wondering if you ever got like, if a team shows up without a trainer and it's like I'm kind of working on my own guys, like how do you I guess do both?
Well, before we moved divisions in football, we were playing like Lisbon and Kindred and all those, and they don't have an athletic trainer. So it was a lot of work. Even when I traveled, I would be kind of taking care of two teams sometimes. Oh, boy. Which it makes a long night, but it makes the games go really fast.
Oh, got you. Okay. And what's it like having to work with the future of America? All these young men and women out there.
It's fun.
Yeah.
My first couple of years in college, I said I would never work at a high school. I said you will never catch me in a high school, but it's fun. I mean, it's interesting to see how they think sports is everything in high school. So you kind of gotta well, but. It's fun catching up with all of them later down the line too. So
I always tell them when they get done with sports season, I know this is probably the most fun you think you're gonna have, but trust me, college is just as fun.
Oh yeah, yep.
And favorite memories in your 10 years?
Well, there's been a few. I will say one of my favorite memories is I think the girls were playing West Fargo in a play-in game, and it was at Wahpeton, and the gym was just packed. Like. No room to sit after that, and it was just a fun atmosphere. Coming from a Class B school, I think that's why I like Wahpeton so much, is because it's a Class A school, but a Class B feel.
Oh, gotcha.
So that was really fun. It took me back to high school. So
awesome. Have you had any days where you get your time kind of split up as far as like you got to run over, do a period of hockey and then a half of basketball? And then is there ever any times if that does happen, if you've got called back, like, we need you back here?
Yeah, there's been the past couple of years it got kind of crazy. Winter is usually the worst. Basketball and hockey usually go on at the same time. There was a few times I was running in between the ice rink and the court, running across that 11th Street, So,
oh boy, I guess there's probably some tennis and volleyball maybe in the fall. I don't know if you ever have conflicts with that.
Those are usually the crossovers there, and cross country usually.
Oh, yep.
Now I work with Essentia now, and there's a PRN that comes and helps me, so I haven't been doing a lot of those double nights which has been nice.
Gotcha. Has that transition pretty much been seamless from Sanford to Essentia? Or?
Oh, yeah. They've been really welcoming. They've given me everything I've asked for, so it's been really nice.
All right, perfect. And concussions are obviously a big topic, big discussion in football as well as other sports. How would you describe how the protocols have changed from when you started the job to now?
I'd say they haven't changed a lot. There are some things now. When I first started, concussion, you weren't doing any activity for 24 hours at least. Now they've kind of changed it where we can have them doing some slight activity, like let's just get them on a bike, just riding for 10, 15 minutes. So I think that's been kind of nice because I haven't had to make those athletes sit out completely for like 2-3 days.
Nice.
They've kind of been able to do some stuff. So I'd say that's really the only way it's changed. We're still pretty progressive with how we treat them. And I'd say a lot of the kids still don't like getting them, obviously, but it's a lot better now than
Yeah, I remember from how they used to treat it, way back when I was in high school to now, and I was like, I wonder if they've taken any more steps kind of in the last few years. I don't know how they treat it these days, but if one of the students that you work with walked up to you and said, I want to do your job when I get older, what advice would you give them?
Well, the same advice somebody gave me when I said that. You just have to make sure you're ready to put in the time. College, I was in the training room, and when I wasn't in the training room, I was in the classroom from 6 in the morning to 8 at night. It's just kind of one of those time commitments, but it is a really fun career. I'm so glad I got into it. And I mean, it just depends on what setting you want to work in. There's so many different settings you can go to, too. So it's not just a high school or college, like military, Bobcat. I'm not sure if Bobcat here has an athletic trainer, but those industrial places do now, too. So
interesting. All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think I just had to come redeem myself from when you and Cap were.
Oh, yeah. We went in on you. I was hoping he was going to relay that. Yeah. I hope he didn't tell you were never welcome here.
Yeah, no, he never told me. He just kind of slid by.
All right, well, thanks for coming on. Now, before we wrap this up, a quick snap schedule reminder for the upcoming week. A very busy Tuesday on the schedule. We got BW Gymnastics home meet at 6 p.m. Breckenridge Girls Basketball is at Frazee. They also play at 6 p.m. BW Boys Hockey is hosting Park Rapids at 7 p.m. Wahpeton Boys Basketball hosts West Fargo Cheyenne at 7:15 p.m. Wahpeton Girls Basketball heads to West Fargo Cheyenne for a 7:30 p.m. game. And then Breckenridge Boys Basketball rounds out Tuesday with a home game against Morris at 7:30 p.m. Thursday has BW Girls Hockey at East Grand Forks at 7 p.m. BW Boys Hockey hosts Morris area at 7 p.m. And then Breckenridge Girls Basketball is hosting Wheaton at 7:30 p.m. BW Wrestling has a tournament in Bismarck on Friday. BW Gymnastics heads to Jamestown for a meet at 5 p.m. And Friday also has Breckenridge Boys Basketball at home against ESCO at 6 p.m. Wahpeton Boys are at Fargo Shanley at 7:15 p.m. And then the Wahpeton Girls Basketball team hosts Fargo Shanley at 7:15 p.m. on Friday. So that'll do it for the Snap schedule reminder and the Snap Spotlight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You can catch us on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live. And now for a quick word from our sponsor. Snap Fitness, your locally owned gym in Wahpeton, wants to have you join their workout family. Snap offers personal training, and owner Renata Faub will even write up workout plans for you. If you're an athlete in the Twin Towns, Snap Fitness will help you make sure you're prepared for the upcoming sports season. To all the retired athletes over 65, Snap Fitness participates in the Silver Sneakers Insurance Program, and most major insurances reimburse for memberships to Snap. Stop by Snap Fitness today and ask about their membership packages. They're located at 102 7th Street South in Wahpeton.